Hello, third grade writers. Today we're doing lesson 7 for Unit 3, Module A. So we're going to continue to read and write about the story Storm in the Night. The vocabulary word for this lesson is mutterings. So that means if someone is muttering, that means that they're not speaking loud enough or clear enough. They're kind of mumbling under their breath, and you can't really hear what they're saying. Our lesson objectives for today. So again, we have a writing and a conventions objective. So for writing, it is I will be able to explore how writers provide reasons to support an opinion. And then after that, our conventions objective is I will be able to explain the function of adjectives in sentences. So we're going to be looking at adjectives and how they modify or describe nouns. So with opinion writing, to support an opinion with reasons. At the beginning of an opinion piece, the writer will introduce the topic or text he or she is writing about and state an opinion about this topic. In the next part of an opinion essay, the writer provides reasons supporting that opinion. The reasons explain why the writer has this opinion and tells readers why they should agree with the stated opinion. The writer uses facts and details to support the reasons. The elements of strong reasoning that supports an opinion do the following. They answer the question, why do you think that? They include at least several reasons that support the opinion from real life experiences or from reading selections. They include facts and details that explain the reasons, and they explain why the examples and facts support the reasons for the opinion. There are different types of reasons that a writer can provide. If the writer's opinion is based on his or her own experiences, the writer would include examples from his or her own life and experiences. So, for example, if you could think back to when there was a bad thunderstorm or a storm at nighttime, you would be writing about your own experience. If the opinion is related to a reading selection, the writer will include examples or quotes from the book. So if you were to write about Storm in the Night, you would use the text to help you. Writers also include facts that support their reasons and explain why the facts and examples support their reasons for their opinion. So if we look at the student model here, it says, Storm in the Night is a great book. The storm is scary. The lightning cracks so hard that it knocks down a huge branch of a tree. The storm is so wild that there is no electricity. The first sentence here is the opinion statement that the student thinks Storm in the Night is a great book. The second sentence describes one reason for this opinion. The other two sentences give facts or details that support this reason. So before you begin developing your reasons to support your opinions, you should develop a plan for your writing. Consider these guiding questions as you prepare to write. What evidence best supports my opinion? What examples from my own life or from literature can I find to support my opinion? What facts can support my reasons and examples? And how do examples and facts support the reasons for the opinion? In order to convince or persuade readers that their opinions are valid, writers include reasons that tell why they think or feel the way they do about a topic or text. Writers then use facts and details as evidence to support those reasons. So if I were to model thinking about supporting reasons with evidence, I might write, I have several reasons for my opinion, but now I also have to support my reasons with evidence. My evidence will include facts and details that support each of my reasons. When you write an opinion piece, you can support your opinion with reasons from text you have read. Use facts and details from the text to explain your reasons. You can also use real-life experiences as reasons to support an opinion. You can use specific details and examples from real life to explain your reasons. So in your Reader's Writer's Journal, you are going to open to page 226 to lesson 7. So we're going to support an opinion with reasons. You have to select one of the following opinions. Do not do both. You are either going to pick number 1 or number 2. So number 1 says bringing lunch from home is or is not better than buying it at the cafeteria. So if you pick this first one, you're first going to decide your opinion. You're either going to say, yes, bringing lunch from home is better than buying at the cafeteria, or you're going to say, no, bringing home from lunch is not better than buying at the cafeteria. And then you need to give reasons why. For number 2, it says, Storm in the Night is or is not a good book for very young children. So maybe think about kids who are in kindergarten. Do you think that this book is appropriate for them to read? So once you select either number 1 or number 2 to write about, on the lines below in your Reader's Writer's Journal, you're going to write the opinion you selected and then give me reasons that will support it and facts and details that help explain those reasons. Now would be a good time to pause the video for the conventions. Okay, conventions mini lesson, functions of adjectives and sentences. Adjectives are used to describe nouns. They can describe what a person, animal, place, or thing looks like, what it sounds or smells like, or how it feels. Writers use adjectives to help readers picture a person, animal, place, or thing in their minds. Adjectives make writing more interesting. Let's look at this first box here. Ringo's fur rose, and he turned his head from side to side, his eyes wide and wild in the flashes that lit up the night. The author uses the adjectives wide and wild to describe Ringo's eyes. The adjectives help the reader see what Ringo looks like and understand how he feels. His eyes are wide and wild because he is scared. The second box. The air smelled peppery and gardeny and new. The adjectives peppery, gardeny, new describe the air. The author uses adjectives to help the reader know what the air smells like. These are smells that happen when there is a storm. Okay, now you're going to complete the conventions also on page 226 in your Reader's Writer's Journal. Functions of adjectives and sentences. Directions. Rewrite each sentence, adding at least one adjective. If you want to add more than one, that would be great, but you are required or you must at least include one. So I did number 1 for you as an example. Number 1 says, the boy walked cautiously across the bridge. Now I decided to use the noun bridge to modify or change. So my sentence says, the boy walked cautiously across the wet bridge. So I add this adjective in there to describe that the bridge has water on it, which is the reason why he's walking cautiously or slowly. Now you're going to do the same for numbers 2 and 3, rewrite them and adding in an adjective. So the nouns here that you can modify are flowers and yard. So the full sentence says, Monica picked the flowers from her yard. You might say Monica picked the red flowers from her yard, or Monica picked the flowers from her large yard. Number 3 says, the cat ran under the house. You can modify the noun cat or house. So you could say, the brown cat ran under the house, or the brown cat ran under the small house. Okay, so you just have to add adjectives in and at least one for each sentence. Leave me a comment or a question on Google Classroom. And remember, I'm always here to help if you have any questions or problems with completing the work. Thank you. Have a good day.